In the whisper of the dawn, 'neath the old oak shadow long, I found her scarf, a piece of crimson tied to days now gone. The chill bit hard, the sky slate of unforgiving gray, by that empty cabin door where our loved ones lay. Oh, the cold morning left behind, with the warmth of her hand in mine. Now it's just the dusty trails and the echo of the pines. Sunset's fire burns, but not like her touch I yearn. In the silence of this wild land, to her memory I return. Years have rolled like tumbleweeds across these quiet plains, gravel roads and horses' hooves, the only remains. Where laughter filled the rafters, now just whispers to the ghost. On the porch where we once danced, my heart feels her close. Oh, the cold morning left behind, with the warmth of her hand in mine. Now it's just the dusty trails and the echo of the pines. Sunset's fire burns, but not like her touch I yearn. In the silence of this wild land, to her memory I return. Beneath the endless stars, I unload my saddlebag, each item a chapter of love, every thread a rag. The wind carries stories of a fireside bright and warm, but now I face the chilly dusk alone amidst the storm. Oh, the cold morning left behind, where I've searched but cannot find, except for the rustling leaves speaking soft and kind. If love is a fading trail, let my weary heart prevail in the dusk of these old tales, where her whispers sail. In the shadows of the past, with the sunset's last gleam, I ride this path alone, with her memory as my dream. In the shadow of the oak, where wild daisies sleep, there's a rustic gate, carved with promises deep, where we carved our names under sky so wide. On that old porch swing, you were always by my side. Oh, the winds, they've changed, but the echoes remain, with every sunset painted in your name. A rusted gate, an unturned stone, where whispered love now moans alone. The gravel roads whisper with tales of the past. Empty cabins stare through windows, cracked glass. Your scarf in my pocket, a faded shade of blue, like the memories I chase, still looking for you. Oh, the winds, they've changed, but the echoes remain, with every sunset painted in your name. A rusted gate, an unturned stone, where whispered love now moans alone. Underneath the vast, forgiving stars, I saddle up my pains alongside old scars. Through dust and time, I ride these trails, a lone silhouette where the lonely heart prevails. Yes, the winds they've changed, swept by sorrow's claim. Each twilight cries with the ghost of your name. A rusted gate, our dreams carved deep, in lands of shadows where love still weeps. Rusted gates, to the worn out past, to the love once lived, and the hearts that never last. In the fading light, where day meets the night, I'll remember you, dear, till the end of my fight. Out where the oak tree shadows lay long, under the whispers of the prairie song, sparrow listened on a wire old and frayed, to the sighs of my heart, like a serenade by the dusty cabin where we once danced, where love was born in a fleeting glance. Change, as do hearts, and sparrows fly where morning starts. But my soul's tethered to that porch of pine under stars, where your hand slipped from mine. Sparrow listened as we said goodbye. The sunset wept in a crimson sky. Gravel roads now less traveled by, creek beds dry where we used to lie. An old scarf clings to a branch turned gray, like the color of skies on a stormy day. Echoes of laughter, the shutter slams, silence fills the air as the door frame jams. Sparrows soar where morning starts, but my soul's tethered to that porch of pine under stars, where your hand slipped from mine. Sparrow listened as we said goodbye. The sunset wept in a crimson sky. Fading trails, the hoof prints disappear, just like us, swallowed by the years. A lone saddle resting by the shed, memories of you dancing in my head. Sparrow flies, but the story's told in the whispering winds, so raw, so cold. Cost, and sparrows find all that we have lost. Still my soul's tethered to that porch of pine under stars, where forever seemed fine. Sparrow listened, oh sparrow knows, in the quiet towns where the heartache grows, by the fading light where the break of day. In the shadow of the oak, where the wild river's been, I first saw her smile in the soft morning's end. Sunlight danced through her hair like a wildfire unclaimed. Now the morning sky whispers her name. Oh, how the wind sighed through the hollow so deep, carrying echoes of the love we can't keep. Under the morning sky, where our dreams lie asleep, in the heart of the plains, my regrets lie so steep. Years have rolled like the dust on that old gravel road, where we walk now, just memories that I ever strode. The cabin sits empty where laughter once reigned, only shadows on porches remain. Oh, how the wind sighed through the hollow so deep, carrying echoes of the love we can't keep. Under the morning sky, where our dreams lie asleep, in the heart of the plains, my regrets lie so steep. The river still flows, but the banks are all dry. Time's a thief on a horse that just galloped on by. A scarf she once wore, now faded and torn, left behind like my heart, so weathered and worn. Oh, how the wind sighed through my soul, they now weep, carrying whispers of the love I still seek. Under the morning sky, I lay down to sleep with the ghosts of the past in the silence so deep. With the ghosts of the past in the silence so deep. Out by the whispering creek where the oak trees weep, my boots stirred the dust, your scarf caught the breeze. We carved our names under that old porch light. Now I'm talking to shadows in the falling night. The creek sings low, a sorrowful sound, in the place where my heart first got bound. Oh, the creek haunts with its lonely call, where our echoes lie beneath the twilight shawl. Every stone and turn, a memory's breath, and the quiet sobs of the stream. I feel your depth, the sunset bleed, it knows my cause. At the creek haunts, where I loved and lost. years rolled like the wheels down a gravel road. The cabin's empty, the fire's cold. Your laughter's a ghost in the rustling leaves. And I'm a shadow man with a heart that grieves. The trails we walk now overgrown. In the creek haunts I wander alone. Oh, the creek haunts with its mournful sigh, where dreams drift like clouds in a stormy sky. Each whisper in the wind, you name it, calls amongst the crumbling pines and the weeping falls. The dust settles deep where our love was tossed. At the creek haunts where I loved and lost. And oh, my sweet, does the wind carry cries to the stars above from my tear-dimmed eyes? For each night I lay by these haunted streams, you visit me softly in the thorns of my dreams. Yes, the creek haunts with its lonesome moan, a cradle of echoes where I've grown old. The shadows stretch as the day departs in the creek haunts amidst broken hearts, a silhouette against the fading gloss. At the creek haunts where I loved and lost. So I'll saddle my sorrows, ride the dusty dawn by the creek that haunts where you're forever gone. And maybe these trails under skies vast and blue will one day heal the scars of losing you. But until then, in the dust I'll trust at the creek haunts where I loved and lost. In the hush of dawn neath the old oak sway, I found her scarf blue as the new day. Memories flood like the creek after rain, of laughter shared on this dusty plain. She danced with the wind where the wildflowers lay, in a town too quiet where her shadow stays. Oh, her shadow stays, though she's gone away. In the corners of the night, in the edges of the day, on the old porch swing, I can hear her say, love like ours, darling, it never fades. But the wind's a cruel player with the games it plays. She's a fading trail, but her shadow stays. The old cabin stands on the gravel road. Windows blank stare, bear stories untold. Where we once were fire, now's but ash and dust. Her laughter's echo, a ghostly gust. Echoes of footsteps in the sunset's blaze. She rode into the horizon, but her shadow stays. Yes, her shadow stays as a daylight phrase, in the whisper of the leaves, in the silence of the grays, on the empty bed where the cool breeze plays. Love finds its rest, darling, she'd phrase. But my heart's left wandering through a lonesome maze. She's the song that ends comes, but her shadow stays. Now I roam these lands astray without a home, chasing echoes and a ghost in the twilight's comb, where the rivers sing and the mountains gaze. I look for her in the dawn's soft rays. Still her shadow stays in the quiet ways, in the rustle of the oaks, where the old dog lays as the night descends, as the cold air sways. Love's a lasting light, darling, my heart curves. Though I walk alone, where the coyote brays, in the whispers of the wind, her shadow stays. In the gray dawn, by the oak tree shade, where the cold morning sank into my bones, I traced your name once in the frozen earth, beneath where our whispered dreams had flown. Old Porch Creek, like it shared my heart's ache, echoing footsteps where you danced in grace. The wind soft moaned through the cabin's crack, plays an old remembrance I can't erase. Oh, how the silence speaks in places you once walked. The shadows hold your laugh and the gravel road still talk. My heart's tied to the dust, where the sunsets bled and dried. Underneath the fading trails is where my soul resides. A turned up collar against the stinging rain, your scarf still fragrant, lost its warmth long ago. I wander through these ghostly empty rooms, where echoes paint your shadow in soft, mournful tones. The saddle sits unused, the leather cracked, like the lines now deeply etched upon my face. You step away from you through time's harsh track, leaves me a wander in our lost embrace. Oh, how the silence speaks in places you once walked. The shadows hold your laugh and the gravel road still tall. My heart's tied to the dust, where the sunsets bled and dried. Underneath the fading trails is where my soul resides. I've held the prairie's endless gaze, its whispering embrace. It tells me you're still out there in the wild's timeless grace. Maybe these old boots, worn and frayed, will bring me back someday to where the oak tree shadows lay and all my hopes decay. So I'll sit here with the silence where you once walked. Let the shadows keep your laughter and the gravel roads we talked. My heart's tied to the dust, where our sunsets used to fade. Beneath cold morning's echo, where my weary head is laid. Oh, under these endless skies, I find no release, but in every whispered wind, there's a piece of your peace. in the shadow of the oak, where the wild orchids bloom. I first saw her smile 'neath that old harvest moon. The porch creaked its tail as we danced slowly by, her scarf in the breeze, a whisper of July. Oh, where the ghost sleeps in the heart of the night, where dreams are mere whispers of a long-lost fight. The wind carries sorrow where our memories weave, in the dust of the trails is where the ghost sleeps. Now the cabin stands empty, where laughter once reigned, and the gravel roads faded, where we once danced in the rain. The saddle's unworn, the bridle hangs loose, her absence a shadow, a quiet recluse. Oh, where the ghost sleeps in the heart of the night, where dreams are mere whispers of a long-lost fight. The wind carries sorrow where our memories weave, in the dust of the trails is where the ghost sleeps. Under the endless sky I roam without rest, in the still of the desert I'm put to the test, to find her in starlight or in the sunrise gold. But it's just the echo of the love we once told. So I follow the sunset where the old river bends. It's there I feel closest to both family and friends. Though the ghost may sleep deeply where the cold shadows creep, in my heart she awakens, in dreams we still meet. Yes, the dust of the trails is where the ghost sleeps.
Underneath that ancient oak, where whispers cling to shadows, there's a house for peeling paint and a porch that's seen the gallows. She'd sway in that old hammock, scarf catching the breeze. Every sunset painted her smile, now it's just me and these memories. Porch closed her eyes, the world grew old and gray. Laughter's just an echo in the winds that drift away. Where once we carved our names in wood, now only time resides. On that porch where dreams like rivers flow, tonight it closed its eyes. Those gravel roads we wandered, now overgrown and less traveled. Our cabin's heart is silent, the door unhinged and unraveled. The saddle rests untouched by dawn, the stirrups lay in rust. since the day the whispers in the oak said leave you must. Portia closed her eyes, the world grew old and gray. Her laughter's just an echo in the winds that drift away. Where once we carved our names in wood, now only time resides. On that porch where dreams like rivers flow, tonight it closed its eyes. Oh, the dust ain't just on the road, it's settled in my soul. Every storm that tried to cleanse me just left a deeper hole. But those storms, they bring the rain, and the rain will end the drought. Maybe water will erase the marks of all we wrote about. Closed her eyes, now roam through endless skies. Her ghost a fleeting shadow beneath the moon's watchful eyes. Where once our love was bold and free, now the night just softly sighs. On that porch where we dared to dream, forever closed her eyes. With each note strummed and each word sung, the lonesome breeze carries away a piece of the past, mixing the dust and memories into the sunset, leaving the heart yearning for a time when the porch was still alive with the sound of laughter and love. The heart of the valley where the cottonwoods sigh, I found love wild as dandelions under the July sky. Her laughter flowed like the creek after spring's rain. On that old wooden porch, I'd never feel that same. Oh, the dandelion field died young, taken by the wind, left unsung, like whispers in the dust. Her love slipped through my hands. Now I roam a lone shadow in these forgotten lands. Time wore down the trails where we once walked, gravel roads overgrown, oak doors forever locked. The cabin stands empty, the shell of memories, just echoes of her voice in the summer breeze. Yes, the dandelion field died young, scattered dreams, words left unstrung. In every sunset's glow, her absence I understand, a silhouette of solitude against the sprawling land. By the lantern's light, I see her scarf, faded and torn, each thread a tale of what we were and what I mourn. Under the vast prairie sky, stars witness to my creed. Love's a wildflower, cherished most when it's a seed. Still the dandelion field died young in the quiet town where a song was sung. I'll carry this heartache till my own trail's end. In whispers of the wind, I'll find her voice again.
sky. I recall her laughter mingling with the wind, our love a wild mare racing the fleeting clouds. Under her smile the sun had a certain bend. By the old porch time whispers through the creaking wood, every board and nail soaked with dreams we once understood. Her smile remembers what my heart tries to forget. Each sunset bleeds in colors she once wore. Gravel roads my boots kick up the dust of regret. Trails we walk now just echoes in my core. Her eyes a mirror to the wide unending blue. In this lonesome spread all I find is the ghost of her hue. Seasons turn like the pages of an old worn book. The cabin stands empty where once her laughter filled each nook. The scarf she left still lies quiet on the chair, faded like the memories of her care. Rain taps soft rhythms on the window like her gentle fingers. In the heart of the plains, her sweet scent still lingers. Her smile remembers what my heart tries to forget. Each sunset bleeds in color she once wore. Gravel roads my boots kick up the dust of regret. Trails we walk now just echoes in my core. Her eyes a mirror to the wide unending blue. In this lonesome spread all I find is the ghost of her hue. Oh, how the mountains recall our silent cries under the vast unyielding stoic skies. I wander these lands a shadow in the twilight, chasing the whispers of her soft goodnight. Her smile remembers, oh, but I try to forget. Each dawn another scene of where we met, through the valleys and over the restless plain. Her smile remembers the love, the loss, the pain. Now every star above whispers her sweet name. In the quiet world I'm a lone candle flame. In her smile the wild land, the memory it stays. A cowboy's heart, forever wandering, forever swaying.
In the shadow of the oak, where our names were carved deep, the breeze whispers secrets that old woodlands keep. Under sapphire skies, where wild horses roam, that old porch still creaks with tales of a home. A scarf left on the rail, faded red like the heart where she laughed under stars before it all fell apart. Her goodbye fell apart with the rust on the gate, each creak a reminder of the love turned to ache. The moon cast long shadows where we once had our start. Now I roam through these memories where goodbye fell apart. cabin stands empty on gravel road bend. Windows like eyes, too dry to pretend. The dust doesn't settle, it just changes its face. Moves through the rooms, a slow, silent embrace. What's left of the laughter, what's left of the heart, when the door's swinging lonely, blowing open and apart. Her goodbye fell apart with the rust on the gate. Each creak a reminder of the love turned to ache. The moon casts long shadows where we once had our start. Now I roam through these memories where her goodbye fell apart. Come and go, but the rivers run dry. Whispers float on the wind, asking clouds why. With my hands on the saddle, feeling leather and time, I know trails fade like her touch in the dusk gentle climb. Her goodbye fell apart like the leaves in the fall. Each sunset a curtain on the past solemn call. I ride through these echoes under stars torn apart, forever chasing shadows where goodbye fell apart. Now I roam through these memories where goodbye fell apart.
Banks where the willow trees sway, there's a campfire we built one summer's day, under skies vast and blue as your eyes, on the soft bed of earth where my lone heart lies. We carved our dreams in the bark of an oak, shared whispered tales with the smoke. But the river rose on its stormy night, washed away the fire that once burned so bright. Now I roam through the towns past the doors you once knew. Every sunset's a memory fading like the dew. Love's like a trail that just winds and winds, campfire washed away, leaving only vines. The cabin stands empty, the windows all bare, like the hollow in my chest filled with cold prairie air. Where we danced on the porch, the old record spun, a melody lost to the silence to come. Gravel road stretch and touched by your tread, the saddle's untouched like the words we left unsaid. But the river rose on that stormy night, washed away the fire that once burned so bright. Now I roam past the porches under ghostly moon's hue, each step a reminder of the love that once grew. Love's like a shadow in the twilight's deep vines, campfire washed away, leaving leaving echoes behind. In the whispers of the wind through the chasm so deep, find the scarf you once wore. Is it still mine to keep? As the stars wheel above in their cold distant play, the darkness holds tight where your warmth used to lay. And the river keeps rising like my heart's mournful cry, washing over old memories that refuse to die. Every campfire I build, every flame I set free, is a prayer that someday your shadow returns to me. Love's a story that ends where it once did begin. Campfire washed away, but the embers still spin. There's an oak by the old gravel path, shadows stretch like the years that have passed. Rust on the gate, the hinges complain. Every creek whispers low, echoes pain. That porch where you dance, bare feet in the rain, now boards lie still under skies turned to ash. In the whisper of the wind through the sills, abandoned ranch called my name soft and still. Under the weight of a west setting sun, I can't undo all the wrongs that I've done. The echoes of hoofbeats, now just a faint hum, where the ghosts of our past love linger on. The saddle hangs low, untouched by the ride. Dust settles thick where our dreams used to lie. Your scarf in the drawer, scent faded by time, like the smile in my mind, it's faded and shy. From the creek to the cabin, each corner defined by the silence that screams you're no longer mine. In the whisper of the wind through the sills, abandoned ranch call my name soft and still. Under the weight of a west setting sun, I can't undo all the wrongs that I've done. The echoes of hoofbeats, now just a faint hum, where the ghosts of our past love linger on. So here's to the stars that still dare to shine, to the night so bold your hand in mine. May the winds carry away my mournful tune over mountains that witnessed our love too soon. In the whisper of the wind through the sills, abandoned ranch called my name lost in hills. As the twilight embraces the crest of the dawn, I'm learning to live with a heart that's withdrawn. Yet in the quiet, your memories reborn on this abandoned ranch where my heart was once drawn. Every sunset, every tear, every dream echoes you, shadows me in this wild silent scream. in the shadow of the oak where our initials carved to stay. The wind still whispers softly through the leaves about that day. An old porch creaks, a screen door slams under skies forever gray. My love for you was written, but life had other tales to say. Oh, this letter lingers in my coat, the ink's begun to fade, like the echo of hoofbeats down old forgotten trails we made. Every word a scar upon my heart, every memory a blade. In the silence neath the stars I find the bed where I've been laid. The cabin's empty on the hill, your scarf tied on the frame. Dust dances with the shadows, recalls the whisper of your name. The rain that once we danced beneath now falls just like a claim on a heart that wanders lost through quiet towns that look the same. Oh, this letter lingers in my coat, the ink's begun to fade, like the echo of hoofbeats down old forgotten trails we made. Every word a scar upon my heart, every memory a blade. In the silence neath the stars I find the bed where I've been laid. With every sunset bleeding red, I feel you close again. I ride the line of light and dark where love and lost content. An old saddle's my companion, where my dreams and demons blend. On gravel roads that lead me to beginnings without end. So this letter lingers in my coat, near a heart that won't persuade. The fading lines of love lost like tracks too shallow in the glade. Though I'm bound to roam forever in your memory, I'll wait till the dust and wind claim me too in the lands where we once lay. In the lands where we once lay, where the letter lingers still.
Out here where the oak trees whisper low, under vast skies where the wild rivers flow, found a scarf you left on the old porch swing, faded red like the sunset promises spring. Each thread a tale, each color a burn on my heart, neath the star where we turn. Saddle burns and the dust of the road, lonely tracks where our stories were once told. Memories ride like shadows beside, under the moon in the quiet where they hide. Could a man find peace in a wandering light, or just echoes of you and a heart cut by a knife? Gravel roads leading down to empty cabins old, footprints gone in the dust, heart gone cold. Echo laughs in the wind, now just sighs. Not even the rain can hide these tearful eyes. Where once was a fire, now just smoky remains. In the chill of the night, only silence explains. Saddle burns
burns and the dust of the road along the tracks where our stories were once told. Memories ride like shadows beside, under the moon in the quiet where they hide. Could a man find peace in a wandering life? Or just echoes of you and a heart cut by night? Sometimes they whisper on the prairie comes clear, tales of times when love felt so near. A dance, a laugh, a kiss stolen in jest. So these trails, how they put a soul to test. So saddle burns, oh the scars of the past, grit and tears, and moments that last, letting go in the winds that sweep through. Forever bound on these trails to the ghost of you. Hear the sigh of the night as it closes the day. A cowboy rides on, but his heart will stay. Out where the oak trees meet the sky, I left my heart in the dusty cry of a town too small to hold my dreams, yet big enough to echo her scream. She wore a scarf blue as the night, under the porch lights flickering light. We danced through shadows, we danced till dawn. Now the dance is over, but the ghost lingers on. Oh, saddle hides and leather reins, you've seen my tears, you felt my pains. Carried me from her over hills so wide, in every sunset her whisper resides. Where the gravel roads and silence collides, that's where I bury my love so deep. In the saddle hides, where memories sleep. The cabin stands empty on the ridge, windows blank like the broken bridge where we once promised under summer rains. Now only the echo of love remains. Old trails fade where we used to ride, each hoof print a word now washed by time. The wind speaks her name in a sorrowful spire, as cold as the ashes of an unkept fire. Oh, saddle hides and leather reins, you've seen my tears, you've felt my pains. Carried me from her over hills so wide, in every sunset her whisper resides. Where the gravel roads and silence collides, that's where I bury my love so deep. In the saddle hides, where memories sleep. If I could ride one last dusty trail, turn back the clock, rewrite the tale, I'd find her waiting, no tears in her eyes, just two hearts unbroken under limitless skies. But time is a river that only flows one way, and my heart is a horse that no reins can sway. Oh, saddle hides and weathered hands carry these dreams through forsaken lands. On every path her shadow survives, the silent scream of the lonely drives. Where the gravel roads and past collides, I'll keep riding through the tears I've wept. In saddle hides, where her love is kept.
in the shadow of Pine Tree Hill, where the creek sings low and wild. I held her close by the fading light, the prairie's wayward child. We carved our names in the old oak's arm, beneath the watchful eyes of stars, that old porch swing and her sweet perfume, in a town trapped in old mason jars. But the rains came through like a freight train's cry, with a fury born in gray. And that pine tree on the hill lay down like my love washed away. In the whisper of the leaves and the weeping of the sky, everything we built, my dear, said its long, lonesome goodbye. Now the cabin stands, but it's empty as the gulches where we played, and the trails we walked are overgrown, like the promises we made. The gravel road that led to us now just leads to somewhere else, and the scarf she left behind is just a tale upon the shelf. The rains still come like memories that flood the dusty ground. That pine tree hill stands bare and rough, where our dreams once were found. In the rustle of the fallen leaves and the moaning of the wind, I feel her slip away again, and the ache that never ends. Underneath the vast and starry sky, I whisper to the night, all the love that's lost is just the cost of living out this life. But I'd pay it all once more to feel her hand in mine, to turn back to that summer day before we lost the time. So let the pine tree lie, let the creek wash it away, with all the tears and whispered fears that marked our yesterday. And in the twilight's gentle sigh, in the solace of the gray, I'll walk these roads alone, my love, where our old pine tree lay. In the quiet winds that move the dust, I'll carry you always. Though the land forgets, my heart set on the love that never sways.
Out where the oak tree shadow lays long, by the creek where the wild winds have blown, I carved two hearts, yours and mine, in the bark, where whispers stay hidden 'neath stars stark. Footprints fade where we danced unshaken, on that porch by the hills God-forsaken. Storm burns like my heart tonight in the cold
empty cabins fading light. Your scarf in my hand, scent worn thin as the dust hushes the ghost of your grin. How the rain recalls every farewell in the whispering wind. I still dwell. Time turned those gravel roads, grew wide. The quiet town slept as something inside me died. Old laughter haunts the saloons, creaking floors, echoes of steps that aren't ours anymore. That old saddle now just gathers dust, like the memories succumbing to rust. Storm burns like my heart tonight in the cold empty cabins fading light. Your scarf in my hand, scent worn thin as the dust hushes the ghost of your grin. How the rain recalls every farewell in the whispering wind. I still dwell underneath the vast indigo skies. I reckon each star mirrors your eyes. The trails we blaze now overgrown in the wilderness. I roam alone. Storm burns and I'm still reaching out through the shadows of doubt, the route of our old route. May the horizon where sunsets bleed hold you close, far beyond my meager creed. Every twilight, your absence I mourn in the silence after the storm. I still dwell. I still dwell. In the gray dawn's light, 'neath the old oak shade, I found the scarf you wore, now ghostly gray. It whispered of that spring by the creek we lay, where promises were caught in the cold morning May. Oh, how the winds they've changed since you went away. No more do those oaks sway where we once did lay. Cold morning carved in my heart, your name stays echoing through these hills in the silence of my days. I walk these dusty trails with your memory in tow, past the cabin's empty shell where the wild roses grow. Gravel roads stretch like the regrets I've come to own, leading to nowhere but the echoes of our lone shadow. Oh, how the winds they've changed since you went away. No more do those oaks sway where we once did lay. Cold morning carved in my heart, your name stays echoing through these hills in the silence of my days. Saddles worn and leather cracked just like my weathered skin, each line a story, a loss of the love I couldn't win. On this old porch I sit as the sun dips to give in. Nights blanket comes to cover all my sins. Oh, how the winds they whisper of what might have been. Softly they mourn with me for a love so serene. Cold morning carved in my soul, where your warmth has been. I'm left holding memories in the silence of this dream. And as the stars look down, I'm a shadow fading thin in a world that keeps turning without you